If you guys need help gearing up for the Doomsday Heist DLC or interested in other games, check out G2A with a link in the description and use code BOSS for an extra discount. Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we're going to be talking about some last-minute emergency ways to make some money in Grand Theft Auto Online to get yourself prepared for the Doomsday Heist DLC update that's going to be coming out in just a few short hours. So I'm assuming that many of you are in this situation where, the DLC is right upon us and you feel like you might not have enough money for the update, at least maybe not as much as you'd like. As of recording this video, we don't know the prices of anything or really the content, but just knowing Rockstar's general pattern, it's likely going to be pretty expensive. So what we're going to be doing in this video is talking about some last-minute guides, tips, tricks, and how you can stay rich while still enjoying the content for the DLC in Grand Theft Auto Online. So let's get into it and let's get it started. All right, so the first thing you want to do today is take advantage of as many of the online events that are going on right now. So for example, if you can do the time trial really easily, do that. If you think you can win the premium race really easily, you can do that as well. Now there's a bunch of other things that are going on right now that we touched on in my previous video, like the double money in RP and the transform races, the special vehicle work, biker contract missions, the double money in RP adversary modes. I'm not here to tell you which one to do because you might have a certain preference. Like, for example, you might love the adversary modes, but really dislike the transform races. So it's not in my best interest to tell you to do the transform races. So do the thing you like the most, but that will also guarantee you the most amount of money, or try to be as efficient as possible. Take advantage of the event that Rockstar has going on right now. Couple of other things they've got is double salary for bodyguards and associates. So even if you're not, the big guy, the CEO or the biker president, you can still help out in some way, shape, or form. And then, of course, you have the bunker research and manufacturing, which is going to be 25% as well. So bottom line, take advantage of all the bonuses that Rockstar have going on right now. They tailor these specifically to what's partially coming out in the next update. So that is definitely one thing you want to do. The next thing you want to do is check all of your businesses in online. So I can't tell you how many times I've walked into my vehicle warehouse and said, oh, here's 3 unsold cars that I completely forgot about, because the way the business stuff works is there's typically like a time limit before you can do it again, or there's a refill before you can do it again. And that's exactly what happened to me. I logged into Grand Theft Auto Online today. I noticed that I had like 8 cars ready to sell. So that's obviously something you don't want to leave hanging in the balance. That's, $600,000 to $700,000 or $800,000 right there. Check your bunker. Check your biker businesses. Go ahead and check your CEO cargo warehouses too. If you have anything, sell it right now. There's no better time to do so, because come tomorrow, number one, you're probably not going to be investing much time in those facilities and services anyways, because you're going to be so tied up with the Doomsday Heist. But also, number two, you probably won't have time to end up selling those anyways. You're going to want that money for the new stuff for the Doomsday Heist. You don't just want it sitting there doing absolutely nothing. And in the case of the bunker stuff, it should be easier for you to get more money as it's boosted 25%. And you can even help your friends because of the bodyguards and associates getting double salary too. So check all of your businesses one last time. Just make sure that there isn't any leftover supplies or things you can sell in there, because come tomorrow, they won't become worthless. You can always sell them, but you'd rather have that money than rather just having it sitting there subject to raids, or literally cars that are just sitting in an import-export lot that aren't really doing anything. Now, moving on, the next thing you can do is sell your vehicles. Now, I would jump on this sooner rather than later, because I think there's actually either a time limit or a limit to how many vehicles you can sell. So what you want to do is go through your garages. I think we can have 7 total properties, 3 floors of the office garage. You have the biker MC clubhouse where you can store vehicles, and then apartments and stilt homes and stuff like that with potential 10-car garages. So go through every single one and find vehicles that you either don't have a need for or that you don't enjoy anymore. So, for example, we've had a lot of supercars come out and online, and there's a pretty good chance that you now own some supercars that are obsolete, meaning they're not as quick as some of the ones you use right now. Well, go ahead and get rid of those if you know you're never going to use them. Same with maybe some older school style vehicles that came out from updates from a long time ago. Like, for example, the lowriders, those might not think that they actually sell for a whole lot, but they do because of their upgrade costs. So if you want to get rid of some of your lowriders, that's something you can do as well. Or maybe some of the vehicles from gun running or smuggler's run that you don't find yourself using anymore. What's great about the airplanes that we bought and the helicopters and the jets is we're actually able to sell those too. Same with a lot of the weaponized vehicles we got from gun running. Because they're able to be put inside normal garages, you can sell them either at the MOC or the Los Santos custom shop, which is a great way to get some easy money. Now, once again, you can only do these every once like 48 minutes or something like that, and I think there is a limit. So if you haven't started on this, I would jump on it sooner rather than later. You don't want to get to like midnight or 1 a.m. in a couple hours from the update and you're scrambling to start selling cars. So definitely start that a little bit quicker. Another thing you can do if you're in a pinch is downsize your CEO office. So I know for a fact this works for the office. I'm not able to confirm if this works for other things like the bunker or the hangar or the biker clubhouse. But if you own more than the least expensive CEO office, you can actually downsize and you'll actually gain money from the transaction because that office costs less. So this is once again another super emergency way to end up getting a little bit of money here is selling your office and being able to downsize that. I wish Rockstar would allow us to completely sell items in the game. Like, for example, I know a ton of people that don't do the biker stuff anymore. So they'd love to be able to sell their biker clubhouse and all their businesses attached to it. But obviously, Rockstar doesn't give you the option to do that, unfortunately. So downsizing is really the best that we can do. Now, to give you some tips for day one when the DLC actually releases, number one, don't buy everything on day one. So there's going to be people like me who are going to be, streaming the update, making videos, and I'm going to be the guy that's going to be buying all of the items. So you should be able to get a good idea, number one, through my videos, and number two, just watching it and maybe using it in the heist missions, whether you want to buy a vehicle or not. So don't rush out there and buy all the items just because they're brand new. Get a feel for the ones that you ultimately want to buy. Now, number two, building off of that, when you do find an item or a vehicle that you want to buy, see if it has a reduction in price first, because the way Rockstar have been doing the recent updates, they have a buy it now price and then a discounted price for either doing a mission or doing some sort of amount of sourcing or sell missions. So keep that in mind. There is likely going to be discounted prices for the items, so don't rush into it because those discounted prices can save you millions of dollars at a time. I think the total amount of money, if you bought everything from Smuggler's Run with the discounted price, saved you over $10 million, which is insane. And that's a lot of cash, so definitely keep that in mind. And as we also saw in Smuggler's Run, there's a good chance that these vehicles are going to be used in the heist missions where you won't have to buy them. So that's actually a great way to test them out. For those of you guys that are on PC, you'll likely be able to mod them into single player and get a good idea of the customization and the feel of the vehicle. But for the guys on console, just playing the heist missions will probably give you a good idea of how the vehicles will work, if you like them or not, and a little bit more. Now, when it does come time to buying the vehicles, if you are strapped for cash, maybe you should pair up and team up with either your friends or your crew members. You guys all don't have to buy the same items. So maybe your friend could buy the Deluxo, you could buy the Akula, another friend could buy the Stromberg, another one could buy the Volatile, bomber jet, and then you guys can just kind of share them if you want to use them, because a lot of those vehicles require more than one person for them to be fully effective anyways. So you're going to need friends to operate them. You might as well distribute the cost of buying all the items instead of stacking them all on top of each other, where you each buy, each vehicle once. And when are you really going to have them all out at the same time? So try and organize a little bit better with your friends and your crew members, and not necessarily have all of you guys buy every single item from the update. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And one of the last few emergency ways in which you can make money is obviously a shark card. Now, the only way I would recommend that you get a shark card is if you have one of the offers that Rockstar are giving out to certain players. So I'll put a couple of those on the screen right now so you can kind of see what they look like. If you don't have any of these offers, I wouldn't recommend that you buy a shark card, because I really feel like the value of them is pretty bad. Now, one way you can actually get around around that is using a website that I use. I use it for all the giveaways, which, by the way, I am going to be doing a shark card giveaway, which is ending in just a couple of hours. I'm going to be announcing the winner soon, so if you haven't jumped on that, I'll leave a link to it in the description. But where I get the shark cards for those giveaways is a site called G2A, and the shark cards on there are typically a whole lot cheaper. So, for example, the PC shark cards, the $100 ones, are typically only like $45 or $50. So you're literally getting 50% off. And then if you have one of the bonuses, you could be getting even more money. So like I said, check out that link in the description. That's what I use for all of my giveaways. And if you are in a position where you need to get a shark card, well, you might as well spend less money and get more in-game cash than vice versa. But anyways, that right there is all the information that I'm going to be talking about for you guys in this video today. Some emergency ways and last-minute guides to get money in Grand Theft Auto Online to get yourself ready for the Doomsday Heist update. Let me know if you guys are excited for this DLC in the comments section down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.